Students, we are going to start today the next lesson, that is tea from Assam. So last class we learned about bakers of Goa, isn't it? So a tea from Assam is written by Arup Kumar Datta. Actually, he was born in 1946 at Jorhat in Assam. He was educated at Sanawa and at Delhi University. He served as a professor in English for many years at JB College, Jorhat. He published many books, The Adventure Stories, The Brahmaputra. These have been translated into many foreign languages. This lesson is about how popular tea has become as a beverage in the world, isn't it? Let us begin with the lesson, tea from Assam. Pranjal, a youngster from Assam, is Rajbir's classmate at school in Delhi. Pranjal's father is the manager of a tea garden in Upper Assam, and Pranjal has invited Rajbir to visit his home during the summer vacation. So this is the background of the story. Now we are going to begin. So generally, what do you hear in the railway platforms and the bus stands? Generally, they used to say chai garam, isn't it? That is in the northern India, you can say. Here you must have seen in the newspaper people, evening news, they used to call out and they used to sell the papers, isn't it? So here, let us begin the lesson. Chai, garam, garam chai. A vendor. Who is a vendor? Vendor is a seller called out in a high-pitched voice. So he is making sound in a high-pitched voice, means loud sound. What was the seller doing? Seller is speaking about his item, that is chai garam, isn't it? He came up to their window and asked, "Chai sahab?" So the children are sitting in the train. So they came near the train and asked. What did they ask? "Shall I give you some tea?" Yes, Pranjal said, "Yes, give us 2 cups." They sipped the steaming hot liquid. Almost everyone in their compartment was drinking tea too. Not only they, even rest of the travelers also purchased the tea. And do you know that over 80 crore cups of tea are drunk every day throughout the world, Rajbir said. Rajbir said that every day, how much tea used to be sold out? 80 crore cups. Wow, exclaimed Pranjal. Tea really is very popular. So there is an exclamatory word used by Pranjal. He said that tea is very popular. In that's why it is sold so many cups. The train pulled out of the station. Pulled out means came out of the station. Pranjal buried his nose in his dictative book again. Actually, Rajbir and Pranjal, both of them are traveling. But what was Pranjal actually doing? He was reading a book. What type of books he was reading? He was reading dictative books. Rajbir too was an ardent fan of detective stories. What's meant by ardent? Ardent means strong. But at the moment, he was keener on looking at the beautiful scenery. But at that moment, Pranjal is busy reading books, but Rajbir was very much interested in enjoying the scenery. It was green everywhere. Rajbir had never seen so much greenery before. Then, the soft green paddy fields gave way to tea bushes. So the scenery is changed now. Earlier he was seeing all the greenery. Now what is it? Soft green paddy fields are changed into what? Tea garden. So they are entering the tree garden. It was a magnificent view. What is magnificent means? It was a beautiful view. Beautiful view. Against the backdrop of densely wooded hills, a sea of tea bushes stretched as far as the eye could see. So what did they see actually? Beautiful scenery. What was the beautiful scenery did they see? They had seen A sea of tea bushes. What is sea of tea bushes means? A lot of tea bushes are there, tea plantations are there. It was stretched as far as the eye could see. കണ്ണ് കാണാൻ പറ്റുന്നിടത്തോളം see what they could see? The tea garden, tea bushes they could see. So then they were so happy. Who was very happy? Rajbir was very happy. Dwarfing means making short. The tiny tea plants were tall, sturdy shade trees, and amidst the orderly rows of bushes busily moved doll-like figures. Dwarfing the tiny sea plants were tall, sturdy means strong, shade trees. Amidst the orderly rows of bushes busily moved doll-like figures. So among these small plantations, some who were moving, doll-like figures were moving. Actually the dwarfing we can say that dominating also we can say that the meaning. So making short also correct. So small plants were replaced by tall, sturdy, strong plants, and among them some doll-like figures were moving. In the distance was an ugly building, and not only there, they had seen another thing. In the distance was an ugly building with smoke billowing out of tall chimneys. And among the trees, a small figures were moving. Not only that, at a distance, a very dirty building, ugly, not beautiful, an ugly building with a smoke is billowing. Billowing means coming out of what? Tall chimneys. So there is a building and chimney is also fitted. What is coming out of the chimneys? Smoke is coming out of the chimneys. That is what who observed? Rajbir observed. Where was actually Rajbir going? Rajbir is going to see a tea garden. Whose father is working at the tea garden? Pranchal's father is working. He is a manager of tea garden. So during the holidays, Rajbir is going along with whom? Along with Pranchal. So actually Pranchal has invited Rajbir to visit his home. So both of them are going towards Pranchal's house. What are the things Rajbir had seen? Rajbir had seen a full greeneries, and suddenly he had seen the small plants were changed into what? Changed into tea garden. He had seen small bushes also and the big bushes also, and then in between doll-like figures were moving, and in a distance they had seen an ugly building with what? With tall chimneys, and the smoke was coming out of those chimneys. Hey, a tea garden, Rajbir cried excitedly. He was shouting, a tea garden. Pranchal, who had been born and brought up on a plantation, didn't share Rajbir's excitement. Who was not so excited? Pranchal was not excited. Why was he not excited? Because he actually born and brought up in that area. So he was not so excited to see the tea garden. Clear? Oh, this is a tea country. Now, he said, Assam has the largest concentration of plantations in the world. Concentration means large number of plantations in the world. You will see enough gardens to last you a lifeline. So for the whole lifetime you can remember. So many plantations you can see here in Assam. That's what who is telling? Pranjali is telling whom? Rajbir. I have been reading as much as I could about tea, Rajbir said. So Rajbir had done his homework and came to see the what? Tea garden. What did he see that? What did he say that? I have been reading as much as I could about tea. No one really knows who discovered tea, but there are many legends. What did Rajbir said? People don't know, are not aware of both the inventor of what? The tea. But so many stories are there. What legends? Well, there is the one about the Chinese emperor who always boiled water before drinking it. One of the story who is saying? Rajbir is saying. Actually, Rajbir read a lot of books about tea, and from the story, he came to know how the tea is invented. One of the story he is telling to whom? Pranjal. There was one about Chinese emperor who always hot water. One day, a few leaves of the twigs means branches, burning under the pot, fell into the water, giving it a delicious flavor. It is said that they were tea leaves. Somebody was boiling the water for whom? For the Chinese emperor. And from the twigs, from the branches, some few leaves flew and fell in the hot water, and nice smell came out. That is how the tea is invented. That's what they are saying. Tell me another. Scoffed Pranjal. Pranjal scoffed. Scoffed means laughed. We have an Indian legend too. So then Rajbir said that we have another Indian story also. Bodhidharma, an ancient Buddhist ascetic. Ascetic is monk. Cut off his eyelids because he felt sleepy during meditations. Bodhidharma, an ancient Buddhist, actually he was doing meditation and he couldn't keep his eyelids open. It went to sleep. Then tea plants grew out. What did he do? Because of this, what did he do? He cut off his eyelids because he was feeling sleepy during the meditation. Tea plants grew out of the eyelids. That is another story the Indians used to say. The leaves of these plants, when put in hot water and drunk, banished sleep. So what people started doing? People cutting the leaves from whom? From the plants which is germinated from the eyelids. And what happened? They all escaped from their sleep. Tea was first drunk in China, Rajbir added, as far back as 2700 BC. In fact, words such as tea, chai, and chini are from Chinese. Tea came to Europe only in the 16th century and was drunk more as medicine than as beverage. So what's the information who is giving? Rajbir is parting with some information related to tea plantations. He said that tea was first drunk in China and in 2700 BC. So that's also in that year. And afterwards, the words like chai and chini are coming from which language? From the Chinese language. Tea came to Europe only in 16th century. 16th century only this tea reached where? Europe. And there people started drinking this tea more as medicine than as beverage. The train clattered into Mariani Junction. So where did the train reach? Mariani Junction. The boys collected their luggage and pushed their way to the crowded platform. So their destination arrived. They are going to come out of the train. Pranjal's parents were waiting for them. Pranjal's parents came to pick them up. Soon they were driving towards Dekyabari, the tea garden managed by Pranjal's father. So they were taking towards where? Tea garden, where who was working? Pranjal's father was working. An hour later, the car veered sharply. Veered means moved at once from main road. So they just started turning from where? The main road. They crossed a cattle bridge and entered a Dekyabari tea estate. Where did they reach? Now they reached the Dekyabari tea estate. On both sides of the gravel road were acre upon acre of tea bushes. So both the sides of the roads, what was there? Tea plantations were there. All neatly pruned. Pruned means cut to the same height. All the bushes were same height. Groups of tea pluckers with bamboo baskets on their backs, wearing plastic aprons, were plucking the newly sprouted leaves. Sprouted means grown. So what are these people doing? The people were plucking the newly sprouted leaves from the bushes. Who wear? What's the dress code of them? They are with bamboo baskets were there on the back side, and they were all wearing plastic aprons. What were they doing? They were collecting the newly grown leaves. Pranchal's father slowed down to allow a tractor pulling a trailer load of tea leaves to pass. So actually Pranchal's father slowed down their vehicle because from the other side what was coming? A tractor was coming. What was the tractor doing? It was pulling a trailer filled with what? Filled with tea leaves. This is the second flush or sprouting period. What is second flush here means? Second time. Flush here means second time. Isn't it, Mr. Barwa? Rajbir asked. That's a question asked by Rajbir. Is this the second flush or sprouting period? Then it lasts May to July and yields the best tea. Yields means gives out the best tea. This is the knowledge who gathered? Rajbir gathered from other sources. Then who is Mr. Barwa? Mr. Barwa is whose father? Pranchal's father. So what did he say? You seem to have done your homework before coming. Pranchal's father said in surprise. Who was surprised to know about more about tea garden? Rajbir. So what did he say that? So you had done your homework and came to see the tea garden. Yes, Mr. Barwa, Rajbir admitted. But I hope to learn much more while I am here. So he said that I gathered few information from the books, but I wanted to or I wish to learn more from this practical experience. That's why I decided to visit this tea garden. That's what whose reply? That's what Rajbir replied to Pranchal's father. Now read this lesson. After that, let us see the thinking about language. Look at these words. Upkeep. All the words are given there. You have to write the answers. The first one, a heavy downpour. Second one, Rakesh will undergo. Third one, my brother is responsible for the dropout. Fourth one, my brother is responsible for the upkeep of our family property. Fourth one is the dropout. The dropout rate for this accountancy course is very high. Fifth one, she went to the enterprise company to attend a walk-in interview. Now fill in the blanks with the sentences by combining the verbs given with one of the words from the box appropriately. The army attempted unsuccessfully to overthrow the government. Second one, scientists are on the brink of a major breakthrough. Third one, the state government plans to build a bypass. Fourth one, Gautam's outlook. Fifth one, Rakesh seemed unusually downcast. Now next exercise, that is suitable ing or ed adjectives to answer the following questions. Excuse me. How do you describe a good detective serial on television? Interesting. A debate on your favorite topic. Homework should be banned. Eye-opening. How you feel when you stay indoors due to incessant rain? Boring. How you feel when you open one present? Excited, thrilled. How do you feel when you watch your favorite program on television? Same, excitement, excited. The look on your mother's face as you waited in a queue, worrying. How you feel when tracking a tiger in a tiger reserve forest? Worried, excited. The story you have recently read or a film you have seen? Interesting. That is the exercise. Now speaking and writing second exercise you don't have to do. That's the end of the exercise. Now you have to do see the next lesson. We will do in the next class. I hope you understood and thank you. Morning students, I hope you have done your homework that is given from your workbook, that is the comprehension passage, page number 4, 5, 6. I hope you are done. After the examination I asked you to do it. The first exercise, that is, did you enjoy the story of the trader and the tailor? The story is summarized below. Read the story again with your friend and complete the paragraph using short sentences from the given hints. That is what the first exercise you have to do. I'll just read out the answers. You please cross check with your homework. The answer is, once there was a tailor who was known for cheating and thievery, and he could cheat anyone with his cunning way of deceiving people. A trader challenged that the tailor would not be able to cheat him. He went to a tailor with a piece of satin cloth under his arm. The tailor sprang up from his feet and welcomed him. The trader was pleased by the tailor's praise. He told the tailor to make a coat for him. The tailor praised the trader exceedingly. The trader was overjoyed. The tailor went on recounting funny tales, and the trader forgot all about the bet. The tailor started snipping with his scissors rapidly and hiding them under his thighs. Eyes of the trader was filled with tears and joy, and yet the trader kept on asking for more stories. At last, the tailor told the trader that if he told one more story, the coat would be too tight for him and he would stop laughing and weep tears of blood. That's the first exercise. Next, related to it, the vocabulary is the second exercise. The dash is a unit of distance used to measure the distance in space. The first one is the light year. The second one is the light duty. The farmer bought a light duty truck. The third one, we had a fairly light-headed discussion. The fourth one, Rita felt dizzy and light-hearted. Fifth one, he is a sleeper. A slightest noise wakes him. Next one, that is exercise number, next grammar it is written. You have come across a relative clause in the lesson. I hope we are done in the class that exercise. Editing we did in the class. Now you have to take the next lesson, that is Nelson Mandela Long Walk to Freedom. The first question is you have to do yourself. You please note down. That's a homework. Next, reading comprehension, you have to do it. Then once you are back for the next class, we will discuss the answers. Now you take page number 23, the grammar. Use of articles. Just have a look. First one, the weapons of the World War were violence, brute force, political and military moves and counter moves. As a result of the churning of the ocean, the world has emitted poison. That poison is spreading all over and there is none to swallow it. The countries which were free have managed to digest it somewhat, but we who have just attained our freedom, it is hard to do the same. Therefore, those who think that having attained freedom, they have attained everything, have really attained nothing. The freedom that we have won is yet to be consolidated. That is the first grammar portion. The article most usually occurs in the passage is the definite article, that is the. Fill in the blanks with suitable articles. A boy and a girl were shopping in a market. The boy was from Kerala and the girl was from Nagaland. Can you turn off the light? He has taken a taxi to the station. Is there a police station nearby? My sister works in a bank. He has been looking for a job for the last 7 years. Would you like to eat an apple? He goes to the theater once a month. This morning, I bought a newspaper and a magazine. The newspaper is on my table and I forgot where I have placed the magazine. We would like to have dinner at a good restaurant. That's a fill in the blanks. Next exercise, editing. The following passage has an error in each line. Find the error and write the correct word or words against the line. I don't mean that. Some people are born clear-headed. There, peoples it is written. That is a wrong word. Here we have to write people. And is, therefore, natural writers. There it is. And are. Is incorrect. They are naturally fussy and will never wrote well. Incorrect word is wrote. Correct word is write. Thinking clearly was a conscious act. It is not was, it is. That writers must force on themselves. Force on themselves. Forced is incorrect. As if they were working on any other project that requires logic. Makes. Wrong word. Makes. It is making. Shopping list or doing an algebra problem. It is not problems and algebra. There it is algebra problem. Next, good writing. It is not do not. It is does not. Does not come naturally. Though most people seems it wrong. It is correct word seem. Seem to think it does. Professional writer, writers. Writer is incorrect. Writers are constantly bearded by people who say they would like to trying. Trying is wrong word. Try. Those who like to try a little writing sometime meaned. Meaned is incorrect, meaning when they retire from their real profession. There is no wrong word in the last line. Then it is speaking and writing skill. We can't do it now. Okay. You take the next lesson. That is in page number 31. 2 stories about flying. The first question is from the textbook. The lesson based question. First question. Read the story His Flight Again. Working in groups of 4. Answer the following questions. The first one. The young seagull was afraid of flying because he felt his wings would not support him. First answer is first choice. Second one. Why did his family taunt him about his cowardice? Answer is C. He was not accepting their request to fly with them. Third question. How did the young seagull start flying? His mother showed him the fish and moved away from him to make him fly. The next question. That is in question number 4. Which of the following statements is not true of the young seagull? The first choice is the correct answer. He was lazy and did not want to fly. Question number 5. Say whether the following statements about the seagull are true or false. The first statement is true. Second statement false. The third statement true. And the fourth statement true. He flew on his own to get the food. That is true. Next exercise you have to do. You have another story, The Black Aeroplane. You have to copy that. Question answers. We will read it in the next class. Next, reading comprehension. That is for your practice. You have to do it. If I will give you all the answers, we will cross check. Once you will be back by the next class, we will do that. Even we will do this exercise. That is page number 37. Now look at the word given below in italics. The rest of the exercise you have to do. I told you all based on the comprehension question you have to complete. How can we make more words with the prefix im, which are antonyms? The first one is already given, mobile, immobile. Second one, polite, impolite. Third one, perfect, imperfect. Fourth one, possible, impossible. Fifth one, personal, impersonal. Pertinent, impertinent. Personate, impersonate. Pious, impious. Next exercise, that is question number 3. Create a word verb or collocation chart of words with prefixes il and in. Legal, illegal. Legible, illegible. Fated, ill-fated. Legitimate, illegitimate. Licit, illicit. Next is the word starting with in. Active, inactive. Numerate, innumerate. Consequential, inconsequential. Apt, inapt. Adequate, inadequate. Now take grammar, that is phrasal verbs. That is in page number 38. You all know what's a phrasal verb. We learned in 9th standard. That is a verb plus a preposition. A verb plus a preposition is called phrasal verb. Now what you have to do is, you have to make sentences using the phrasal verbs. I will just give you the meanings. That's also your homework. Walk in, that means not arrange in advance. Walk out means depart. Take away means carry away. Take up, became interested. Take in means deceived. Take out means remove. Give away means distribute. Give in means admit defeat. Give up means leave. Put in means perform. Put away means to save money. Put out means to cause trouble. Next is the passive voice we learned in 9th standard. So the jumble words are there. You have to make the sentences, arrange them in the passive forms. Clear? Here the tense is also mentioned. Simple past means subject plus was or were plus V3 form of the verb plus by plus the rest of the sentences. So first line is Taj Mahal was built by Shah Jahan. Second one, it is simple present. What is a simple present passive form? Subject plus is or are or am plus V3 form of the verb plus by plus rest of the sentence. How will you frame the sentence? Malaria virus is transmitted by female Anopheles mosquito. Next one, present perfect. Present perfect. What is the passive form? Subject plus has or have plus been plus V3 form of the verb plus by. The case has been solved and 2 persons have been arrested. By whom? And that is the answer. The next question, that is in page number 40. Many houses and lives were destroyed by the volcanic eruptions. That is simple past, passive voice form, subject plus was or were plus V3 form plus by. The ultraviolet rays prevent, that is the simple present. Simple present, I already told you. The ultraviolet rays are prevented. The ultraviolet rays are prevented by prevented entering the earth's surface by the ozone layer. The ultraviolet rays are prevented entering the Earth's surface by the ozone layer. The next one, present perfect. The field has been converted into a playground. Clear? Next, there is unscramble the following sentences to make meaningful ones. That is page number 40. You have to do the exercise. Next, page number 40. First exercise. That is, you have to do that also as as your homework. The next exercise is editing. Only thing is what you have to do is you have to add capital letters, commas and full stops to edit this paragraph. That also you can do it. So if I am dictating all the answers, there is no use of doing all this. So this much of homework you have to complete by the next class, and we will discuss the answers. Thank you. I hope you can do it. I think that was Mohini's work, isn't it? Then Mohini, you can write about in detail. Same way we are written like whom? Like Ravi. Mohini is a very charming lady and she is always well dressed. She has long hair and all. Is it possible for you to write? So I hope you will understood that first portion, and that first project work is given. It is not necessary to do the project work. Clear? And the next class we will do the unit number 2. I hope you understood. Please make use of this class. Thank you.